Listen to Trump's new interview where he discusses crypto. I also have a great Ralph Paul clip. The video has information from the IMF about tokenization, which is happening right now. There are a lot of stories about ISO, SWIFT, Canada moving to blockchain. There's a lot. Let's start this way. If you find this useful, click the like button. Let's go crypto. I think crypto is a good idea because China will follow suit if we don't. It's fresh, lots of people like it, and it's hot. Despite the market's resilience during the downturn, many people still want crypto. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Biden took a hard stance against crypto before the election. But he eventually changed his mind. Listen closely. What I just said is absolutely true. The Democrats attempted to change their minds at the last minute because they knew that being against crypto was unpopular. It didn't work. Do you know why? Because there are hundreds of millions of people who use crypto, and they wanted votes from those people. It is imperative that our elected officials fulfill their responsibilities, enact regulations, and allow this market to operate freely because many Americans possess cryptocurrency and wish to participate in it securely. Listen, people, this is reminiscent of 2013, and we're on the verge of making a historic move up. You better be ready because I get it. The cycle top sign is so low right now that it's virtually much like we were in 2013, prior to the greatest bull run ever. I can't guarantee anything, but that's what I'm saying. Based on the odds, things are looking good for the future. There's no need to be afraid. And lastly, the infamously dull ozone charts. The idea is the same. It's no secret that there's more debt than ever before. Bills are being rolled over. The same thing is there is no correlation between the two cycles. But the liquidity cycle and paying off debts are the driving forces behind all that happens. Here are the results of each phase: Banana Zone 1, Banana Zone 2, and Banana Zone 3. Here we have the bananas. This is what happened in 2020, and I want everyone to take a quick look. At these peaks, those who have never experienced a bull market should be familiar with how rapidly they occur. For example, you might know that a project reaches its peak a few days later before beginning to decline. On other occasions, it reaches its peak, then drops, attempts to reach its previous height again, and finally, there is a double top and a dump. If you wish to profit from these peaks, we will go to the next stage of modifications if you are prepared and keep a close watch on the market during these changes. Please do not become FOMOed. When it happens again, there will be a 35% decrease and you will all wonder, is it over? That's going to be tougher. You'll know when it's over, but it isn't, despite what everyone on Twitter says. Everything is falling into place for us. I believe it started when the business cycle was longer and interest rates were higher. Looking forward, liquidity suggests that this will likely take place in the first or second quarter of 2026, though there are no guarantees. It would also fit with Trump's plans to try to win the midterm. Trump must resolve trade policy issues, such as tariffs, if he hopes to win the midterm elections. This is due to the fact that tariffs are opposed by both liberals and conservatives. Tariffs are essentially an additional tax that consumers must pay whenever they make a purchase. Companies should prioritize addressing this issue because it affects everyone. I believe they understand the gravity of the situation. In the next year or two, I anticipate incredible developments in the market. I vividly recall the year 2022 because I was on vacation then, enjoying a well-deserved break. Tropical Luna was in the middle of the ocean, adding to my memories of that year. We must exercise caution in the face of those black swan events that caused the market to truly enter a naked market. Pay notice, listeners. You're laying the groundwork for banks to tokenize their assets on this network. This is also called data control. For instance, you can convert a money market fund into a bond, invest in a token either through equity or a deposit, and then post the token to the network so that users can trade them with one another. The news broke a few months ago that Standard Street Bank is tokenizing their trade accounts. About a dozen Singaporean banks are now putting their assets on the network. UBS Money Market Fund is becoming a tokenized fund partner in Ripple. It's known as tokenization in JPM. Let's avoid getting into the technical or academic definition of a token because, in my opinion, it's all about the pure joy of technology. Basically, you take an asset and put it on the network so that, from a market efficiency standpoint, you're getting rid of a lot of the system's operational routines. With this ticket, you may hold both the asset's value and ownership. And, if I can figure out how to set up the network right, we can transfer the item between us without coordinating database matching. I would like to provide some clarification regarding something I mentioned last night on the podcast. It pertains to the current situation in Singapore and how it has the potential to alter things. It's been years since we last discussed this on the channel, so you're probably right. So why is this so important? I think many people misunderstand crypto because they hear terrible things about it, but you and I both know that this value will be added to the blockchain when it is tokenized, denoted by the market capitalization of XRP will be significantly affected by $1 trillion in debt or something similar added to the system. Many believe that $1 trillion in debt will cause the market capitalization to increase by $1 trillion as well. However, we are aware that even 40 or 50 million can make a huge impact. Things like XRP, Havana, Chainlink, and so on are going to go crazy if the market cap increases by 25 or 50 times, resulting in a $25 trillion 0 cents or $50 trillion 0 cents market cap with only $1 trillion 0 cents in value. The market cap ratio will be used in this case. That was what the IMF was trying to tell you. The World Bank, the Federal Reserve, and the Bank of International Settlements have all published papers regarding XRP. In other words, these institutions are in dire need of funds. Consequently, they do not create their own chains. Instead, they must collaborate with HAR and venture out to form these incredible communities with Ripple. And finally, the XRP ledger and Ripple's partnership with U.S. banks aid businesses all over the globe. Research also examines major American banks. The movie suggests that BOC has joined forces with Ripple. Box once had the highest asset value of any U.S. bank. JP Morgan, the largest U.S. bank at the moment, announced that it had collaborated with other banks on research to improve the efficiency of bulk cross-border payments. There are numerous large U.S. banks. It has been announced that JP Morgan will be moving to blockchain. I'm unsure of how else to convey this information, but let's continue.